secret word of the day. Curtis, this question dropped in during your segment, but it is open to all of our panelists. Now, Curtis, should business records supporting a summary chart of the taxpayer in tax court be provided to opposing counsel or perhaps included within the record?
Well, I actually think that you kill two birds with one stone by proposing them as stipulated exhibits pursuant to the trial stipulation. That way you have provided them to opposing counsel as a regular rule of evidence requires. And they'll also be in the record, in the tax court's record.
Thank you so much, Curtis. A quick question before we wrap things up. David, this is for yourself, or it dropped in during your segment. It is open to our other panelists as well. But David, what is the standard when it comes to contesting any penalties that are asserted?
Reasonable cause is the standard that's set by the IRS. So that's one of the things that you have to go and develop it, again, from a proactive standpoint on your side. I know Kevin mentioned about the facts, that we know the facts better. And so that's where you really outline the facts of the reasonableness of why penalties should be abated. And that's normally in a written format that you submit to the IRS for consideration, along with any documents like Curtis has mentioned, so that you can really fully support your position and the taxpayer's position that the situation was a mistake, it was an error, it wasn't any willfulness or anything that was done to try to to cause a problem with the IRS or anything along those lines. So you want to show that that there was reasonable cause as to why the penalty should be abated. So it's a civil reasonable cause standard.
And just to add, this is Kevin, just to add to that, frequently reasonable cause is established by reasonable reliance on a professional advice of, a tax attorney or accountant.
Right.
So you want to document that. Frequently, if you have a large transaction or something, you get a tax opinion and or a tax memorandum that are evaluated.
Right.
That's something.
Some of those what Kevin are called like the more likely than not opinion, right? Some of those obtain that from the counsel.
Yeah, but where obviously there's different standards. More likely than not, or substantial basis, but yes. So those are things that you want to document, keep in your file, particularly where you have a contentious issue, and there might be penalties asserted from an IRS audit.